I grabbed this metal tray from Dollar Tree. First, I'll be using Waverly chalk paint in the color ink, and I am just focusing on the outer edge of this tray. No need to paint the inside of the tray because we're just going to be going over that later. Allow that color to completely dry, and then I'm using some of this white glue, also from Dollar Tree. I'm just pouring it around the edge. You want to have a nice thick consistency. No need for it to be even or anything. Just literally spread it around, and the thicker the better. Go ahead and use a heat gun or blow dryer on top of it. You want to make sure it's not completely dry, but you want the glue to be tacky. Once it is at that consistency, go over it with a top coat. I am using Waverly chalk paint in the color plaster, making sure I have a generous amount of paint on my paintbrush because you don't want to add too much pressure over the glue. Once you have that, allow this to completely dry. And what this is going to create is a crackle effect. So the more glue and the thicker the glue is, the more crackle will show up. And once it's dry, it comes out so awesome. This video just doesn't do it justice. Then I'm using this design made by Jennifer Pugh. Go ahead and place that down. Place the metal tray on top of it. Trace it out as best as you can. Once you have that tracing, go ahead and just cut that right out. I left everything except the bottom piece where it says the names of the trees, but you could keep the whole thing if you would like. And once you have that traced out, grab some Mod Podge. I'm using matte finish Mod Podge. Apply a generous amount in the center of that tray. I ended up adding a little too much, so using my paintbrush, I just took some of that excess right off and put it aside, and I could use that later. And then go ahead and place that design right on top. Smooth it out with your fingers to make sure that there's no air bubbles. I'm not gonna lie, I did end up with a little bit of air bubbles and wrinkles, but I was okay with it. Go over it again with some more Mod Podge to seal and protect that design. Easy way to make a bow: put down a ruler, grab some wired ribbon. I measured the tail at 6.5 inches. I folded it 4 times, folded it again in the center, using a zip tie to tighten that as tight as it'll go. Cut your tails the way that you would like, and then go ahead and fluff that bow out. And there is a simple, easy, and quick bow for you. Finding a good placement for the bow, and I had some of this greenery. I'm just hot gluing the bow to the top left corner of this sign, and then just adding that greenery as well right behind the bow, just holding it down with some hot glue. And those pink silicone finger protectors are also from Dollar Tree. So since there were some wrinkles, I actually just went over them with a very fine sanding block. And I think this just made that graphic look very weathered and rustic. And there you go, guys. I think this came out so adorable. I hope this inspires you guys to create your own in your own special way. If it did, please be sure to sprinkle the love. Thank you so much, and I hope y'all have a good rest of your day. Thanks. Bye.